David DeGuzman in the NBC4's Digital Center talking all things Olympics this morning, and we are under 100 days to go, and we can't talk about the Olympics without the one and only Matt Barnes. Matt, how's it going this morning? You have been a very, very busy man. You have spent the last week in all sorts of places, specifically New York and State College, Pennsylvania. But yeah, we're under 100 days to go, and everything you've been doing this past week just feels like everything's ramping up now. So give us maybe like your week in review since we're under 100 days.
Yeah, so we were at the Team USA Media Summit, which was cool because we got to talk to about 90 to 100 athletes who have qualified or are trying to qualify both in the Olympics and Paralympics. And so getting a chance to talk to them about their path forward, what they have in store for them for the next couple months here, and just the excitement about getting back to the games of old in terms of fans and families going to be there and no COVID and things like that. So that's been cool. And then a couple of days after that in New York, went to State College to see the wrestling trials and see 18 people win the trials. 13 have qualified, 5 still have to qualify their weight. But again, you're starting to see it all ramp up, as you said, David. Here we are. The weather's getting warmer. The competitions are getting tighter, and it's getting more and more nerve-wracking for these athletes as they try to get their spot on Team USA.
Yeah, I feel like the countdown before the 100-day started was like, oh yeah, the Olympics are coming, like whatever, and like, oh, we'll worry about it. But all of a sudden, like you reach 100 days, and it's like, then it's like that sprint to the finish. It's like that final, like I've never run a marathon, but like 2 miles in a 26.2. Let's talk about New York first. What were some of the biggest takeaways for you as you've been learning about these athletes, getting to know more of them? Because, I mean, you've been doing the research for quite some time now.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for most of them is just honestly the excitement about these games being more open again. What the overarching theme you got from every athlete, whether it was their first Olympics or their 4th or 5th, is just being able to go back to going to other sports and watching, Team USA compete in that, having an Olympic Village experience, being able to have family and friends there and their coaches being there, personal coaches. So I think that was the overarching theme about that part of it. And then also there was a real big focus on the Paralympics as well, which I think is important because there are so many athletes that are just not getting their due and the notoriety and the publicity that they should be getting for the Paralympics. And so they really want to make sure that this is a whole Team USA. Don't just think of the Olympics. Think of all of Team USA, which encompasses both events. So that was a really cool thing. And then they did a really good job of focusing on all the sports too, not just the major ones like gymnastics and swimming.
Right.
We talked to a variety of athletes from a lot of different sports.
Yeah, one of my favorite Paralympians, by the way, Nick Mayhew. He won several gold, I believe, back in Tokyo. Should be back for Paris. Then you went to State College, Pennsylvania. We talked about encompassing all sports. So wrestling was the big focus out there with the Olympic trials. We had several Buckeyes, both one current and then several former, who were vying for spots. But at the end of the day, it is the one and only Kyle Snyder, who's going back for his 3rd Olympics. Talk about him, just how his mindset is going to his 3rd, slightly different, I feel like, from his first 2, but obviously focused on winning gold.
Yeah, because now he's a father. He's been at the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club for a little bit too, and I feel like the big storyline when going into Tokyo was all the changes he made from winning a gold in Rio to now moving from Ohio State over to Penn State to wrestle over there, which he had many reasons for that. Everything from, his wife going to medical school and just wanted a different change, which is fine. But now this one, he just seems so much more relaxed. And, there's still pressure on him, don't get me wrong. He's a 2-time medalist, and he really wants to get that gold again. But he just seems like a guy who's very content with where he is, but also still striving for gold and still striving for success. So it'll be very interesting to see how he does because he may not be the favorite so far in the world, but in terms of the United States, he is by far the best at 97 kilograms to make it 3 times already. Only the 11th wrestler to make it to 3 Olympics in a row for men. So he's definitely the favorite every year in the U.S. Now let's see if he can parlay that into another medal.
If there's anything we learned from this past weekend at the Olympic trials, it is really, really hard to get on Team USA. So competitive. Matt, who else should we be looking forward to seeing in Paris, both from Central Ohio and really big picture? I mean, obviously the big names. I mean, Simone Biles making this comeback. Of course, we have Katie Ledecky, but who else should we be really keeping an eye on?
Yeah, I think as far as Ohioans and Central Ohioans and Ohio State athletes, it was really cool to see that we just got another shooter over the past weekend, and Henry Leverett. He got to qualify his spot. So 2 Ohio State shooters that are just about to graduate from Ohio State, but part of that national championship pistol team. Look out for Hunter Armstrong, the swimmer. He hasn't qualified yet. yet, but swimming trials come in June. He'll make it. The question will be, will he medal? And this time be in the final if he's on a relay or if he medals in an individual event. Should be excited to see him do that. Obviously talked about Kyle. Abby Steiner's another one. We'll see if she's fully healthy and can really give it her all in Eugene in the track and field trials. And then beyond that, there's just a lot of athletes from the Cleveland area, the Cincinnati area, kind of all over that we are really excited about, whether it's Morel McCain, the boxer from Cleveland, Katie Moon, the reigning gold medalist in the pole vault. She's from the Cleveland area. We have a couple cyclists from Canton and Cleveland that are hoping to make it for BMX freestyle. So it's going to be fun to see all the Ohioans that make it. I mean, we're only talking about 17, 18% of the athletes have qualified yet. So
yeah,
there's still so many athletes that while we're following, we don't know if they're going to make it. And then, as you know, there's always that surprise or two, right?
Right.
That you never know are going to make it, and then they do, and then all of a sudden they're on our radar.
And then there's always someone who is studying or going to school in Ohio, but he's actually representing like Kazakhstan or something. I haven't met anyone yet who's representing Kazakhstan who's from Ohio yet, but you never know.
You never know. Well, even for instance, tomorrow, so on Wednesday in Greece, a former Ohio State rower who rode in Tokyo is going to be carrying the Olympic torch in Greece on the torch relay.
Oh my gosh.
So something as simple as that. I mean, there's always a connection sometimes to get back to Ohio.
And that's always an amazing story. You know, we talked about Olympic trials, so there's a lot more to do in the next 100 days. I'm really interested in what your next steps in the preparations are. First off, this is your third, right?
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you because you'll get a taste of a real Olympics, you know, like with fans and stuff like that. And I know the Next Star team is getting ready. What's next for you guys in the preparation toward Paris?
So it's funny, like you said, when you hit 100 days, you're thinking, oh man, it's still 3 months, but it's really not, because the next trials are really right around the corner. All the big ones too. Your gymnastics, diving, swimming, track and field. The biggest thing for us right now is really kind of locking down who's going to make the team, and then getting those connections with those athletes, their families as well, because the families will actually be there. So that way when we get there, we kind of hit the ground running with being able to have those connections and be able to tell more personal stories of what they're doing in the village after their competition, before their competition, how they're feeling, how the families, you know, feeling about the competitions, as well as just how they're enjoying Paris and how the city is embracing the Olympics. And obviously that opening ceremony is going to be something that none of us have ever experienced before. I know you'll be there as well. The
I got tickets.
Yeah, so that'd be
standing room only, but I got them.
Honestly, but we're all going to be standing, right? That's going to be the fun part about it. So, yeah, I think that's what we're all really excited about, is kind of honing in on that plan of how we're going to cover it all, where we're going to be, how we're going to get everywhere, but most importantly, how we're going to tell the stories of all the local athletes from Team USA. Well,
we're recording this with, I checked the website, we're 94 days and counting to go. So tomorrow will be 93, and tomorrow, Wednesday night, you've got a special for us. Is it Journey to Paris with Matt Barnes or Matt Barnes Journey to Paris? Which one is it?
It's just Journey to Paris, and I'm hosting it, but
gotcha. Give us a preview of that. It's airing 7:30 Wednesday night here on NBC4. What should we expect?
Yeah, it's nice because we got a taste of like 7 different athletes and the different sports that they're a part of, and some of them again have qualified, some still have to qualify, and it's again variety of sports, and it's cool because you really get to see just how much work is being put in by some of these are veterans, some of these are newbies. We have a Paralympian as well, so. I just think it's a nice array of seeing all the work that goes into what these athletes have to do to get there, all the work that still needs to be done, and then just kind of the fun stories with their families or their training regimen. You know, the cool things they like to do. Someone like Chloe Dygert, the cyclist that I got to profile. I mean, she's been to an Olympics, but she nearly died going into Tokyo, and now she just had a whole different way of viewing life and viewing competition. And to see her journey now to this one, having won a world championship and now the favorite to win the gold, how she's feeling heading into Paris is different than maybe someone who's never been. So it's cool to get again that variety of athlete as they all prepare for this biggest athletic competition of their lives.
Boy, that's a tease right there. Matt Barnes, I really appreciate it. Journey to Paris, by the way, airing Wednesday night, 7:30 here on NBC4. Matt, this is the first time we've talked about the Olympics, but certainly will not be the last. We'll catch you next time. Right.